I'm back with another instant pot recipe, and today I'll be making something to celebrate Sri Lanka. It's called ala Kiri Hodi, which translates loosely to potatoes with coconut milk. We have about 19 total channels that are participating in this collab to celebrate Sri Lanka. You can use the hashtag #PollSambol to look at all the other channels and look at all the great recipes. This one is going to be vegan and one pot for the most part. Let's get started. So here are some baby potatoes which I've already kind of steamed. You can boil it as well and then go ahead and peel it. Now you can use regular potatoes and then cut that up, but I just like the tediousness of baby potatoes because it just ends up looking so much better at the end. I'm also going to make a homemade spice mix called Thuna, Paha, Kudu. Now, if anybody are native speakers, I think this is a Sinhalese word. Correct me if I butchered that. But it's going to be great to make our own seasoning, our own spice mix to really flavor that sauce. So to make this, I'm going to be using some fennel seeds, some cumin seeds, coriander seeds, fenugreek seeds, and cinnamon. Try to find Ceylon cinnamon if you can. I could not, so I'm using regular cinnamon stick. Then just dry roast the spices on medium to medium high heat on a pan until it's nice and fragrant. Then just let it cool down slightly and then using a spice grinder or a mortar and pestle, just grind that to a fine powder. So now I'm gonna add in some coconut oil into this pan. And then I'm gonna add lots of fresh curry leaves. Now these are a bit darker, which is because I put them in the freezer so they just stay good for longer. I'm also gonna add in my finely chopped onions, then garlic, green chilies. You can use serranos if you can't find this, and then a generous amount of turmeric, about a teaspoon. Just mix this all together. It already smells really good. We're gonna cook this out until these onions have become completely soft and we've cooked out some of the rawness in the turmeric and the garlic. Now if you notice things getting stuck to your pan like this, you really don't want that to burn. So to help with that, just add a splash of water. We're going to continue cooking this out. Nothing is stuck, nothing is going to burn. Well, the onions are looking nice and soft now. So you can add in your peeled potatoes and 1 teaspoon of your Thuna, Paha, Kudu spice mix. And we'll just mix this. Let some of that spice get cooked out as well. And again, I'm seeing some bits sticking. I don't want that to burn. And that's also going to help now coat the potatoes with all that spice mixture, the onions, and help the flavors kind of get roasted in to the potatoes. Now, doing my research for this dish and what's usually used to make this dish, I kept seeing pandan leaves, and well, it was impossible for me to find that where I live. You can add a couple of those with the curry leaves when you're making this dish. But if you can't find it, some of the alternatives I found, which I didn't really want to use, but it's out there if you want to use, is either vanilla extract, I know, right? And collard greens. So you can chop a bit of that, add it with the curry leaves, roast it lightly, but I didn't feel comfortable putting that in here, but it's out there if you want to. And after about 3 to 5 minutes, when the potatoes have roasted, you can add in your coconut milk. I have the full fat one, and the key to a good ala Kiri Hodi is the fattiness of the coconut milk. You want to get all that creaminess. And it has instantly become scented with the yellow of the turmeric. But again, we've cooked it out. So it's not just raw turmeric. It's actually going to have a lot of flavor. Now we'll just let this come up to a simmer and then just gently simmer it until it has thickened to your liking. And this is a good time to season it with some of your salt. I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. The consistency is nice and thick. You can coat the potatoes pretty well. You can coat the back of the spoon really nicely, as you can see here. And now we can finish this with some of our coconut cream. You can really be as generous as you want. Because really, based on the people I've spoken to who are of a Sri Lankan origin, a good ala Kiri Hodi needs to have a great, thick, rich, coconutty sauce. And that's what you have here. You can really serve this with any of your favorite Sri Lankan style breads, rice. You can even combine this with Indian style side dishes like parathas, rotis. I personally had it with some rice and it was just incredible. Make sure to check out the other channels, hit subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye all.